I'm your girl, Kind of Big Deal Tarot, and I'm back for a message. This was part of a download because I was not going to come up on here today. For some of you that are into these pagan holidays, happy Valentine's Day. Hope you have a great day today. All right. When every pagan holiday is named, but originally had some type of massacre that happened with it. All right, we're going to jump right into your reading, okay? Aquarius, for some of you guys, you don't know how deep this hatred and this betrayal against you was. Some of you guys might know, some of you guys might have an inkling, but you had no idea how deep this went. All right? Take everything as it resonates. This ain't going to be for everybody. It's not going to be everybody's reading. But the betrayal and the hatred went so deep that it was a community that ganged up on you. It was more than 3 people that was working together to take you down. They thought they were going to get some type of unexpected income. All right? They also was plotting on your death. Okay? They thought they was going to get some unexpected income from your great fortune, your great inheritance that is on the way, where some of you guys are in it right now. All right? But again, it was a community. And it's in reverse because they're all reaping what they're sowed. They're all going through some type of bad karma for coming up against you. They were warned by your spirit team. They also got other warnings, angel numbers, things of that nature to not go up against you. They thought you were by yourself. We said this yesterday. But you were never alone. You had the backing of your spirit team, your protector. Okay? No matter what you believe in. But these people wanted to continue and they were persistent with it. Even when some of you guys moved away, were at a distance, they were consistently throwing black magic your way. Still trying to siphon your energy. Use whatever they had of yours that they have stolen. Another thing, they've stolen a lot of things from you. Personal items. ID, social security cards, social security numbers. They forged your name. They did a lot of diabolical things, okay, that is now going to cause them great demise, great unfortune. A lot of them will be in their coffin. They will be seeing death. Some of them have STDs, okay, sexually transmitted disease or spiritual transmitted disease, because they laid down with demons. They laid down with low vibrational people. Again, that were practicing satanic rituals. You were supposed to be a heavy sacrifice. Yesterday, I talked about somebody going to the crossroads with Papa Legba. Well, last night I had the dream, and when I woke up, Spirit said, that's for Aquarius. Because I was going to do it for a collective. But Spirit said that is an Aquarius, or whoever comes up on here and get this message. Some of you guys were in a place where all you was doing with this nonsense and this madness that was going on around you was journaling, praying, meditating, okay? You were writing things down. That's enough evidence for adjudication. Especially with complex post-traumatic stress syndrome. That's enough of the betrayal that you were going through. You know, judges and the court system might not believe you with black magic, but the manipulation is black magic. The tactics that they were doing, they were trying to drive you mentally incapacitated. That way they can really keen on to your fortune, okay? They made fraudulent accusations about you, fraudulent reports, signed documents of your death, insurance fraud, using your ID, your social security number, and forging your name like you knew this was going on. For a lot of you, all right? Some of you guys were dealing with somebody very sick in the head. If you were intimate with this person, you had sexual relationships with this person wanted to dominate you. Like they had aggressive sex with you, wanting to choke you, want to do all kinds of things. That was also part of the plan. They could say, oh, this is the kind of sex we had. I didn't know I choked her out. I didn't know I choked him out. All right? Give me more, Spirit. I was not going to do this reading. You were dealing with an attention whore. Masculine or feminine. Someone that loves attention. Negative attention, positive. It didn't care. Long as they felt wanted and accepted by this community that is now turning their backs on them. Because nobody wants to take the blame for what is about to go down. Nobody wants to take the blame for what is going to be revealed. Some of them are going to court. They're going to be judged. If it's not physical court, they're definitely being judged in the spiritual realm. Okay? Somebody could be 39. Somebody could be 30. Somebody could be 26. All right? You were dealing with somebody that needed attention from all kinds of angles. All right? They didn't care how they were getting it. And to make good with other people, they came up against you. You were their sacrificial lamb. Yeah, karmic debt. Your karmic debt is paid in full. But these people now racked up a lot of karmic debt for themselves for coming against you. And their family. And their family, their whole bloodline. Some of you guys have royal bloodlines. Okay? And you don't know how far and how deep it goes. Somebody was getting readings on you. Getting readings on your connection, getting readings on your connection to source, your spirit team. So at a point, they knew who you was. They knew your spiritual ranking. And they continue to go up against and do these things. Some of them were warned by a spiritualist, a reader, not to do what they were doing, not to do what they were planning, because they was going to reap heavy for this stuff. But they did it anyway. Like I said, these people were very diabolical. They didn't care, but they care now. Because some of them were sick. Some of them were getting arrested. They got warrants for their arrest. They're being investigated. They don't feel like there's no evidence out there that you can't prove anything because they already told people that you were crazy. They might have some officials, again, be affiliated with some officials, the judge, the courts, the Freemasons, a secret society that are always connected to the law enforcement. So they could have told people that you were crazy, that you were mentally not there. But you also need proof for that. So that's why they were coming at you so hard. They wanted to have you committed. If they have you committed, they can't, you can't sign papers for yourself. They will have to be your guardian. But how dumb, because for a lot of us, we have adult children. Some of you guys do not. All right, so again, yeah, somebody had to play nice. They were a people pleaser. So they did anything this community asked them to do. For some of you guys, this was somebody you was intimate with, that went up against you, that joined this community. They had to play nice. Like I said, somebody has an STD. Because they want to lay down with dogs. Now they got more than fleas, okay? And somebody also admires you. That you escape this nonsense. You was never meant to escape. You was never meant to outlive this. You was never meant to get away. This was their intentions. But like I said, they did not realize you're back. Oh, God. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Hey, back up. Back up. Oh, somebody got flowers. Somebody got flowers. All right. Let's see. We're not going to open them right now, but I got flowers. That was nice. Wonder who's that from. It better be from my new boo. Hi, Shania. Hope I said that right. So again, this is for whoever this resonates with, okay? Hit that like button if you're new here. Subscribe to the tribe. I do Leo's reading all the time, okay? But we're going to get more into this Aquarius and cross watchers, okay? Somebody's really crazy for you, all right? The karmic is the karma, all right? Coming back to get back into your energy. So some of you guys, they want to get back. They tried to set you up. They really tried to set you up. Ooh, somebody has HIV or AIDS, and they're not telling people. All right? So again, that might be one of the STDs. Again, for some of you guys that was sleeping with the enemy, I got a reading about that as well. You were sleeping with the enemy. And you didn't even know. All right? But don't go back to this person. Especially if they got STD, sexually transmitted disease, spiritual transmitted demon. Okay? They were resilient. You are resilient. You are resilient. They didn't know how strong you were or are. They don't know how strong your spirit team. Again, like I said, they were warned. They went to a high priestess, a spiritualist, and they told them, somebody stinks. They have a foul smell to them. I was watching Cat Williams yesterday. He was like, in this day and age, there's no reason to have a stinking pussy or a stinking area. But that's not that. That is the entities that they laid down with, that they signed contracts with. That is them rotten from the core. That's them not taking care of themselves. I don't care how much gummies you won't eat. You still won't stink. If your pH is off. If you're not eating right. If you're playing with demons. You're still going to stink. Because that's who you are at the core. You better get away from my flowers. Alright, any more? I hate these cards because I cannot ever shuffle them. Alright? Some of you guys got children and grandchildren. They were trying to affect your children. Like I said, these people were very diabolical. Now I can't stop using that word. Alright, thank you, Spirit. That's it. They studied you. They watched you for a while. They studied you to come up with a plan of how to attack you. All right? Hi. What you are, why you make choices. They studied your weaknesses. They never applauded you when you were doing good. They wanted you to stay in the struggle. All right? Some of you guys were down bad for a little bit. But they did not realize you are now in full alignment. You started to work on yourself, even in the midst of this trauma, this drama, this trauma. These people traumatized you. And yes, you can benefit from that, especially if you wrote it down in journals. You can benefit from that. That's enough evidence. Okay? Somebody is falling ill, getting very sick. Yeah, I need to put these cards on something that I can shuffle. You were not punished, but you were protected. Okay? They never could really touch you the way that they wanted to. You were protected. You also were protected, kind of like seeing these people for who they are. That way you can get out when you did or when you are. Because the karmic year, it really ends on the 17th with the new moon and the grays. All right? You were resilient. All right? We just had a full moon in Leo. If you're seeing flickering lights in your house, I know I'm always hard. And I'm never scared. That is your spirit team trying to get your attention. If you're hearing ringing ears, depending on which ones, if it's high pitch, it's definitely your spirit team, your spirit guides, your ancestors. Okay? They put you in a stressful situation. You were in a stressful environment with friends or lovers or both. Now these people are in a stressful situation. Okay? Again, they were looking for some type of great fortune. They thought they were going to get a come up by you or what you got going on. What was destined for you. They thought they were going to get that. So they, like I said, these people went hard. They were persistent. They were persistent on coming after you, destroying you. They were doing rituals, moon rituals, okay? Taking your personal items, trying to sacrifice you, your energy, harvesting your energy, whether it was good or bad. They might have started arguments with you for no reason, doing things to antagonize you, okay? These people are sick. And yes, they are sick, mentally. So now, who's getting sick? They're getting sick. They're falling ill because their contract is not in void. Their energy, their black magic was not in void. It wasn't touching you. For some of you guys, in the chaos, you was working on yourself. You knew something wasn't right. You knew something was off with the situation, with these people, what they were doing. You knew you didn't do anything to require somebody to do this to you. You were innocent. But that's exactly what they wanted to attack, your innocence. They wanted to attack your good nature. They slandered your name that you were not this person. They tried to ruin your careers, your jobs. For some of them might have. They tried to stop you wherever you are from moving forward, from growing, from getting into alignment, from you getting connected to God, your spirit team, your ancestors. They did not realize how resilient you are, how much of a warrior you are, how much you persevere. They did not realize how hard God and your spirit team goes for you, because some of you guys, you are that star seed, that indigo child, that anointed. They thought it was all fun and games. Now everything is backfiring. And the whole community, the whole group, they also could have sacrificed the child. Like this whole thing that's going on in the world with the Epstein. This is what these people were doing. This is how far it went. They could not get your energy after they made a contract. Oh yeah, I got Aquarius. I'm that close to them. I can get them. We will be able to sacrifice them and harvest their energy for our good fortune, this unexpected income. That inheritance you got coming to you, whether you know it or not. They thought they was going to get that. They forged documents. They made false claims in your name. Insurance fraud. Signed over houses, got houses, real estate. So some of you guys, this was family members. Somebody could have died and left you a great inheritance. And they forged your name so you would not get it. Almost like you were signing it over to these idiots, these fools. All that is being revealed in great timing. Okay? All that is being, judged in court. Spiritual court. Okay? You definitely was dealing with somebody that was two-faced. They weren't wearing a mask. They were acting like they were your friend. They were your lover. They were supportive. They loved you. They cared about you. They were on your team. But behind the mask, they were going up against you. They were stabbing you in the back. They were plotting and planning up against you, going up against your good fortune, going up against your good nature. They had plans for you to never escape this. You were supposed to get committed. Can't make it up. It's coming out as I'm talking to you. Their deceptive ways. They were always spying on you. Seeing how many times they can stab that. They can stab your back. Got 7 swords. That's deceptive energy. Stealing, lying, cheating. You have somebody watching you. Watching what you do. Watching what you say. Where you put things. For some of you guys, your ear was ringing off the hook with these people. They could have came around you and your ear rang. That's a warning. That's a warning from your ancestors that this person is fake, is a fraud, is not your friend, is not your lover. If your ear was constantly ringing with these people around you, they were warning you of the deceptive ways, of the deception, their lies, their cheating, their thievery. All right? Show me more. Like I said, some of them went in, yeah, some of you guys were dealing with the emotional manipulator. But some of you guys are so strong, right? Happy birthday to anybody's birthday today. Some of you guys are so strong, you saw the emotional manipulating for what it is. You can get a reading, but you're going to have to get it after this, okay? The information will be in the description box. I just came on and did this. The information, Renee Way 11 at Yahoo. Okay? Again, they wanted you hazy. They wanted you confused. They wanted your head up in the clouds so they can say that you were crazy. So they can get you committed. They wanted you to really be feeling like you were going crazy and insane. You were never supposed to escape this. Okay? But now they're crazy. Now they're confused because they don't know how to get out of this. They're facing 5 of Pentacles. They're out in the cold. You were dealing with people that had lack mindset. All they did was think about corruption, criminal activity, negativity. Now these people are in fear because they're having financial issues, financial difficulty. These people were spending their last dimes on coming against you because they thought they were going to get some great fortune, some unexpected money from your death. Because you're embarking on a great fortune. And you don't even know it. Some of you guys, you do know it. Some of you guys got something big coming in, you do know it. A lawsuit. Some of you guys don't. But again, they wanted to have you committed. Again, you're not playing these mental games. That is your energy. Okay? You had somebody that was very jealous and envious of you. They wanted to have the upper hand on you and on your life. Like the audacity. So you got out of these mind games. Currently, you're out of these mind games. You're out of this jealousy. You're away from these people. And some of you guys are getting good sleep. Like I said, you had a download for a lot of people. You were seeing things in your dreams. You were being warned in your dreams by your ancestors, your spirit team. Okay? They were sleeping on you. They were sleeping on your power. They were sleeping on your ancestors. Now, like I said, children was involved. Some of you guys, you could have been dealing with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a fire sign. But this is you taking action. You're taking action on, you are a leader. Okay? You're taking action on your life. You also might be taking action on these people. Again, this is also talking about your spirit team. You might have a Leo, a fire sign spirit team person that passed on. A masculine. They took action. They took action on your behalf. You didn't even have to do nothing but get on your knees, write in that journal, shed that tear, speak out to your ancestors, requested this. Okay, maybe this is the person that sent me. Maybe this is the person that sent me the flowers. Can't make it up, guys. It's been a change because you walk with God. You walk with your spirit team. You have wisdom from your experiences. These people are now learning a lesson for coming up against you, for attacking you. Again, this wasn't an organization. This wasn't a cult. They thought that their way, their morals, their values were more superior than yours, were more superior than God. They did not know how anointed you was and that you wear this crown. Okay? You wear the crown of the knowledge of the Most High. Could have been dealing with the Taurus or Earth signs, or somebody has it in their chart, or you do. Oh yeah. But again, you are abundant. You have clarity. You have the truth. You are walking truth. Everything is being exposed, revealed. Leo's energy again. Okay? Everything's being exposed about these people. It could have been a Leo involved. Again, you might be going to court. Could have been dealing with another air sign. This could be you. This could be you. Speaking your truth. And what you are speaking is facts. The King of Swords has no emotions. He's speaking facts. How somebody took a risk to play with you and was treating you like a fool. But some of you guys took a risk on yourself. You took blind faith and you got out of this situation. You packed your bags and you moved on. You knew this situation was nothing but toxicity. You didn't know how deep it went. These people went so far to destroy your life, to destroy your light. Your light. You irritated their demons. You exposed them. You might have spoken some truth to people and they didn't like it, darling. Dear, boo-boo, they did not like it. So they made it a quest to come for you. At all costs. Even if it meant for them to be broke. Because they swore they were going to get great fortune. They were going to get what's destined for you. They were going to get your money. Something that you held very much in high honor. Your children. Your life. Some of these people wanted to destiny swap with you. Because they realized how close you was or are to your spirit team. How close you are to God. How anointed you are. How everything works out in your favor, even on hard times. Something always come through for you. And it made these people very jealous, very envious, and they wanted to attack you at all costs. They had to come for you. Somebody had to play nice with the enemies. They might have got paid for it. Again, but you're not confused. These people have no more options. Their time has run out. They have no more options. They have to pay the piper. Okay? You can't make it up. They're under judgment. They're under judgment. The horn is being blown. Some of them, like I said, might be passing away. Might be passing away. They're definitely sick. They're definitely ill. You got somebody here that has STDs, HIV. That's definitely a death sentence. You over here looking pretty, looking good. A Sagittarius could have been involved. You are the Queen of Wands. You're very mystical. You're very alluring. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Ooh, my air was ringing just as I said that. Something about a Queen of Wands is relevant, but I feel like this is you, collective. You over here looking good. You don't look like what you've been through. You were in a stressful situation with some diabolical, nasty, evil people that was part of a community, a cult, a coven that came for you. And now they're being judged. They could be facing legal issues. They could have fallen sick. They definitely have fallen sick. In my dream last night, one of these people, the masculine, was sick. He was sick and he had all these people over bringing him flowers, soup, and all kinds of stuff. Like I said, your guardian angel. Some of you guys are earth angels, so you're going to be protected. You were divinely guided to have patience with what you was going through. Because your spirit team was protecting you no matter what. You was getting out of the situation. 110 and 18 likes. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's not be like that on Valentine's Day. Okay? With the Valentine massacre. Yeah. You're creating a whole new life for you guys. Some of them got somebody pregnant. All right? But you are birthing a new life for yourself. You are the master builder here with the 3. Okay? You have a whole new life. You're looking good, smelling good. You're in alignment. Like I said in the beginning. So with alignment, you don't even have to chase nothing. Everything is being given to you by the divine. Okay? Everything is being given to you by your spirit team. You're in due process. You're due this. You're overdue this. For all the things that you've been through, right? Everything is coming towards you. You are attracting. You are not chasing. Everything is coming towards you what you need at this time. You could be birthing new ideas. You're very fertile, very creative. What you went up against was a distorted feminine and a distorted masculine. They can't create nothing. And all they have to do right now is watch you. All right? I know that's right. Again, they're very much in sadness. They're disappointed that none of their things work, that none of their projects work, that none of their plans work. They could have had you very much in sadness at one time. Very disappointed in these people, how they were treating you. They wanted you to stay in that energy, crying over things that didn't work because they was going up against you. They were doing heavy work on you. Now everything is falling apart for them. Yeah, they're fighting with each other. I said this the other day. Playing the blame game. They wanted you to have so much inner turmoil that, again, you didn't know what was going on. That you were confused. It fell right on the clouds. That they can have you committed. It is very disappointing. It's disappointing that you can feel like you can trust people. Friends, family. And they have to go up against you because they can't work on themselves. Because they can't do for themselves. They want to take shortcuts. These people also try to act like they were very religious. Yeah, they were religious, all right. Religiously doing things for selfish reasons. For selfish reasons. For materialistic reasons. Thinking that they were going to get was divinely anointed and pointed towards you. That is nothing but somebody that's really sick within themselves. Like I said, the community is now everything is being returned to them. They're now turning on each other, blaming each other, arguing with each other, fighting with each other. Somebody's sick, walking around giving this to the whole community, to the whole occult. They're not even telling people that they got this package deal that's never going away. Now you're sitting pretty. You're single, you're independent. But again, you realize you'd rather be this way than be around fake people that want to come up against you, that want to hurt you, that want to hurt your children. So you're sitting somewhere now, you are being pushed to be selfish for a reason, to pour into yourself, to love yourself. And that way you can get aligned, like I said, with the divine, and all your wishes are coming in. This is the minor arcana for the star card. Your wishes are coming in. But you had to go a different direction. You had to believe what you were seeing, what you were hearing, what you were feeling. You had to believe in yourself. Yeah, a lot of people need to do their shadow work. I know I told that to somebody that's within this group, and they started to attack me. Like, how are you going to go up against a high priestess? An empress that's been telling you about you for years, that's been reading you and been right on point with everything, and you don't think I can read what you're about to do or try to do to me? You must be dumb. You must be stupid. Two of Wands. Again, they didn't plan well. They did not plan well. They had a choice and they made the wrong choice. They continue to go up against you. Now you are planning for your future. You are planning for your future. Again, some of you guys are moving on successfully, and the cops were involved. They were making reports. This was all part of their plan. To make these reports, again, to make you look crazy, insane, so they can have you committed. So nobody will believe you. Oh, Aquarius, they always say crazy stuff. That person is a witch. Everything that they were doing, they were projecting on you. Because they could not have people believe you. Some of you guys, they knew you definitely was in high honor of not just your spirit team, but in a community. Whatever you did for work, whatever you had for your career, people believed you. People respect you. They wanted people to look at you different. Because they could not stand that. They were jealous of that. Now we got the Empress and the Emperor. You were dealing with somebody that wanted to control your foundation, wanted to control your destiny. This could have even been a boss. But now you're gaining your power back. Somebody wanted to have power over you. You're getting your power back. You could have called your power back, which is very important to do every night after being out here in this matrix, to call your power back. You took your power back. Again, some of you masculines, that somebody did this to you, you are in divinity as well. For some of you guys, again, you are aligned so much. If this was a lover that came up against you, you are aligned where your divine partner is coming in. And for some of you guys, they knew this. Again, this reader told them this. The collective is going to surpass you no matter what. So you might as well stop. Because you're doing nothing but racking up karmic debt for yourself. You're going to get all this energy back. It's the laws, it's the energetic laws. Not just laws of religion or anything. No, it's energetic laws. What you put out, you will reap. Especially towards somebody innocent. You were innocent in all this. You had no clue how deep this was going. How deep this hatred went. How deep this community was invested in destiny swapping you, taking your fortune. They thought they were going to get paid from this situation. For some people, they got paid to go up against you, to sleep with you, to finesse you, to get close to you. They got paid. All right, yeah. This was a secret society. It was people doing a lot of things behind your back. All right? Now they want to wave the white flag. Because like I said, somebody is very sick. Not just mentally, physically. It might result in their death. They have sealed the deal, put the nail in their own coffin with coming against you. Because you have ended this cycle, even when you moved away and they continue to go after you. You ended this cycle and transformed your life. You were sent there as a mission as well, to be in this situation. You were supposed to help these people. You were supposed to guide them. Help them as an earth angel. Help them heal. Help them get their shit right. Help them realize the error of their ways, because they just didn't do this with you. They've been doing this for a while with several other people and gotten away with it. Some people have died, passed on, because again, they were sacrificed. This was their energy, and they gotten away with it. Can't make it up. Legal issues. Somebody going to court. They don't think you got evidence. Again, they could have been working with court officials. So you go in there saying some outlandish shit. Oh, remember that crazy. But they forget everything is digital. There is an imprint of everything. And like I said earlier, if you've been making entries in your journals about what these people done, if they stole from you and you don't have no evidence, it's okay. If you made entries in your journal of all the drama and the trauma that you endured with these people, that is enough. If you go to a therapist, that is enough. Yeah, some of you guys were dealing with a gold digger, somebody that's insecure, somebody that can't do for themselves, okay? They might have lost some jobs. They're not firm. They're not grounded. All right, who took back a life? 129 people and 32 likes. I had 33 up there. Really? King or Queen of Pentacles? Somebody that was after your money because this person ain't got none. This person ain't got none. They could have lost a job because they refused to work on themselves. Thank you. They refuse to transform their life. They refuse to end toxic cycles in their life. They just refuse. Why do that when I can take Aquarius money? Why do I need to do that when I've been doing this for a while? Robbing, stealing, scheming, scamming, and been making a living off of this. Why do I need to clean up my life? I don't need to do this. I've been getting away with this for so long. I've been successful with this so long. But again, as the karmic year ends, everything has an ending. Everything has an ending. Show me what's coming in for Aquarius. Yeah, it's the end of the road for this energetic vampire. They can no longer siphon your energy. They no longer have any attachments to you. This is the end of the road for them, okay? Okay, if it was a connection, it's over. All right? Because your divine partner is about to step in. This was not your divine partner. This was a distorted masculine or distorted feminine. This is somebody that wanted to be in that energy. They wanted to be seen as that. All right? Some of you guys are so intuitive. You're so tapped in. These people did not know how intuitive you were. But they're still trying to hold on to your energy. They're still trying to hold on as you are conserving your energy. Because the Most High has stepped in. Okay? Your spirit team has stepped in. Let's see what the gossip is. What is going on before I end this situation? First card, they got to fall on the floor. Really, spirit? Yeah. This situation is lover. They were toxic. That's all they know is toxicity. So that's all they can give out. All right? Pain disguised as passion. Addictive patterns. Harmful attachments. They wanted you trauma bonded to them. They knew they don't know how to love. They never experienced it. They never experienced real love. When you was here supporting these people, helping these people, caring for these people, even when you didn't want to, even when you were going through things, you were supportive, you were caring, you were uplifting. Now they can't live without you, all right? Some of you guys, again, you're speaking up. You're at influencer status, right? You're being known, you're known in the community. Somebody catfished you. They were not who they appeared to be. Friend, lover, this whole community catfished you. Because they were plotting and planning behind the scenes all this time to go up against you, to get into your great fortune, to get into your inheritance. They were thinking they were going to get some money from this. They were breadcrumbing you, giving you a little bit at a time when you know you deserve the whole entree. Right? Grand Horizons, they were gaslighting you, breadcrumbing you. True narcissistic behavior. This person was very two-faced. These are all the things they were trying to say about you. But now you got a secret admirer. And I feel like this is this new partner. Somebody that wants to come give you a message of love. Let's get two more here. Some of you guys are definitely in your safe space. This had to stick out. You were not safe there. It was a toxic environment. Yeah, somebody wants to come and cuff you. You could have met somebody around Christmas. You were dealing with a people pleaser, a clout chaser. Do anything for clout. Do anything for clout. Again, you had to emotionally withdraw. Okay? And you had to stand up for yourself, speak for yourself. They were trying to attack, or they still might be trying to attack your throat chakra. They're trying to silence you. They want you to shut up. Now, real quick, I'm using a couple cards from the occult. This is an occult deck from Aleister McCrowley. They were working together while you were working with your ascended masters, the Holy Spirit. It's going to be different for everyone. You were working with your spirit team. Because, yeah, they gambled. They took a foolish risk with coming for you. They did not plan well. They did not plot well. They did not get the right information about who you are and how anointed you are. They know now because now they're experiencing everything that they wanted for you times 10. They're in bad health. They're bad finances. They're arguing. They're fighting. They're blaming each other. They're afraid of what's going to be exposed with your throat chakra. Some of you guys are closed off. You're closed off to this situation. They got anxiety because they would not give in. They would not stop. Yeah, somebody tried to ghost you. They're seeing a lot of paranormal activity in their home because these are the demons that they conjured up. They're seeing a lot of ghosts. This person wanted to disappear, be very cold and distant, right? Trying to leave you behind like you needed them, like you needed their love, you needed the support. Once the mask fell off, you realized what you were dealing with. You don't miss this situation. You got away. And that's what they're all up in their head about. How did you get away, Aquarius? You ran away from this situation. You got out of this situation fast. Maybe for some of you guys, not fast enough. Some of you guys could be going on vacation. No matter what, they're watching you. You could have been dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And this person's in denial. This came up in yesterday's reading. They're in denial about what is happening. They also might deny fire sign came out too, what was done. But they're in denial about how wicked they are and what they try to do. They're also in denial about their healing. They also might be in denial about all this shit that's going down in their home, in their life. It's because they came for you. It's because they touched what they was not supposed to touch. Do not touch my anointed. They also might have been in denial that they were part of this community, a part of this coven, a part of this betrayal. There's so much denial here. There's so much chaos going back to these energies. They don't know what to do. Any more, Spirit? All right, that's it. Like I said, somebody doesn't marry you. And somebody definitely was trash. They always been trash because they always been a snake. They always been sneaky. They watching you through fake profiles, hiding themselves. They want to come back in. They might even want to send you a gift. This better not be from them. Yeah, this person was ravens. You might have been seeing ravens. Okay? They had uncontrollable desires. They were toxic. Like I said before, crazy sex fantasies. That's why they got STDs now. That's why they got STDs. Trash. The trash took itself out. They're trying to throw evidence away, right? But secretly they admire you because you got away. You escaped. And you persevere and you're doing better than ever. You learned the lesson. And they have nothing but to do but respect that. I love you guys. Thank you guys for being here. We can get some more likes here. 158 and 46 people up in here with likes. Thank you guys. I really adore you. Thank you for your support. Remember, be you, love you. That is the highest vibration of all. And Aquarius, you and Crosswatchers, you've been loving on yourself, pouring on yourself. And that's why none of this shit could touch you. Bye, guys. Enjoy your Valentine's Day.